in industry as well as politics, there are living, breathing human beings out there who are most apt to buy your product if you can reach them and target them with the right message. And identifying those folks and then understanding which messages are going to be most resonant with them has enormous benefits both to campaigns and to businesses.
No one has ever used data the way Netflix has using data. They now, I've just been learning, they have about 64,000 categories of programming, that they're able to break a movie into Asian coming-of-youth stories, or it's just one example. So they've been given a lot of credit for when they created House of Cards by looking at their data, showing that Kevin Spacey was one of the most popular actors based on what people were watching on Netflix, that David Fincher was one of the most popular directors, that the high ratings relatively they had for the British House of Cards, and put all that together. So I think what Netflix is doing with data is head and shoulders above what anybody has ever done.
Yeah, we're seeing a data explosion, and I think data offers a huge potential to better understand our customers better. But I think it's important that data supplement your judgment and not replace it. I think it's also important to focus on the right questions you wanted answered so you don't get buried in all the data choices out there. And finally, you need to make sure that you really respect consumers' privacy.
I think data will make the user experience smarter, because data will enable us to understand what consumers want and how they want it. And so I think data is going to really help evolve the consumer experience to really resonate with the users.
Data is absolutely essential and part of the core offering that we take to brands as part of the Yahoo solution set. As it pertains to the insights that we have about consumers, we have the unique opportunity to observe the consumer behavior of over 1 billion people. Through our Flurry network, we see over 2 billion mobile handsets, and the insights that we can glean from all of that activity allow us to both personalize the content experience you have, as well as refine the advertising that we place in front of you. It's a powerful component of our solution set and something that's truly unmatched by others in the space.
As a marketer, data is essential these days. Really, it helps us not only be efficient in our buys and making sure that we're laser focused on who we're serving our messages to, but more importantly, it helps inform the way in which the Toyota brand, speaks to guests and customers. Based on the signals you're sending, and if we have great confidence that you're a Tundra intender, you're looking for a full-size pickup, well, why would we serve you a Camry ad? That's a waste of your time, it's a waste of our resources. So not only can we identify households' interest needs using data, all anonymized of course, but we can also serve sequential messages that help deepen your understanding. So again, I don't want to, if I know you've seen our Tundra television spot, I don't want to send you an ad online that's the exact same spot. I want to maybe send you an ad that invites you to explore the colors or the interior.
Data is the new creative, if you would, in media. And there's a lot of data that's out there, but there's an absence of knowledge. Our mission at comScore is to take these massive and passive databases, in some cases census, and to overlay other known databases like auto registration information, how we vote, how we go to the movies, and cause marketers to have better knowledge of how to build a plan across digital and television.
So data is this very powerful asset, and it's got to be used correctly. Because if it's, what you see today is data being used, I think, wildly, and not necessarily in an optimized fashion. If you use it right, it creates a fabulous user experience and people are thrilled and the ad results follow. Right now it's a little bit too much of just each incremental piece of data is getting collected, but neither the publisher nor the advertiser are looking at this holistically, but the consumer is. And that's what has to change.